I'm Gail Guayardo. Welcome to Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging, a full hour dedicated to your health and wellness. So get ready to bloom. Today we're helping you embrace social wellness, which refers to the quality of our interactions and relationships with others, as well as our sense of belonging and connection with our communities. It encompasses our ability to build and maintain healthy relationships, communicate effectively, and engage in meaningful social activities. And our next guest says you can do that through travel. Joining me now is lifestyle expert Anastasia Turchetta. It is great to see you, friend.
Thank you for having me back, Gail.
Well, this is a great subject and one that you are an expert at. So how can we integrate travel into our busy lives to enhance our social wellness?
I think the first thing is to understand is what is social wellness? And social wellness is about companionship. It's about increasing and enhancing our connection with those who are in our tribe, in our orbit, however you'd like to say that, birds of a feather type of a thing. The second thing is what do I need to do? And it has a theme that's about planning. So I say it's intentional planning. With your travel, make sure you're intentional about it. Even those short little getaways will help. So right here, you'll see David and Gibbs. That was a short little getaway for us. It was just easy to unwind. That was in St. Lucia. We chose a romantic getaway. So you have to see, like, where's my social wellness going? What type of connection am I looking forward to? And that could even mean family trips, because some people are into like the really big family getaways. I don't have a big family, so it's just one of those things like you have to prioritize. So you're going to plan, intentional planning. Second thing would be to pivot, and that means be flexible, adapt, because anything can happen, right? Travel snafus, you might not get your suitcase, weather, all of those things. And then finally, prioritize with healthy boundaries what you want to do. And that means selecting the right travel companions.
Yeah, you're right. And so, like, who are the ideal companions for a fulfilling travel experience?
It's a great question, because often we're like, let's do this, let's do that. And in reality, I would say sit back and look before we start making the plans. What's the goal of the trip? Do you want it to be romantic? Do you want to be adventurous? Do you want to have, make memories with the family? What does that look like to you? So once you have the goal down, then you're good to go, because now you can plan. Choose travel companions that, number one, share your same interest, and number two, will contribute to your experience. And that means healthy experiences, healthy connections, respect, not chaotic or toxicity, because there's no place in wellness for chaos and toxicity.
Yeah, not to mention the fact that, like, you go on a trip, you make all these plans, you're looking so forward to it, and if there's that one person on the trip that drops those toxic, seeds into it, it can ruin the entire experience for everyone.
Think about that. And social wellness is about connection, and what connection are you building? You're not building that. So with healthy boundaries, make sure you think ahead of time, what are my expectations of this trip? What do others expect of me? What behavior is expected? So, like, if you're going with a family, you might have different parenting skills. For us, we might have different paw parenting skills, whatever that looks like, but get the expectations out, discuss them with your partner. And that means, what about time? Is there somebody who would disrespect your time in your group? They're always late. Or is there somebody who brings drama? Is there somebody who is an energy vampire? Make sure you look at this, because is that who is going to share that experience? Or maybe should you invite someone else?
Yeah, we're trying to plan a trip with one of my older daughters and then the younger daughters, and we're trying to create the boundaries ahead of time. Like for my 24-year-old and her boyfriend, we're like, hey, look, you don't have to come with us on every excursion. And if you guys want to go hiking on your own or rock climbing, they do things more advanced than we do. So you can kind of set up those boundaries early on to where you don't feel like trapped to be herded like cats.
Yes, because if you're feeling trapped, that's only going to breed resentment. It's going to breed emotional distress, and you're not there for that. Social wellness and traveling, that's a big booming tourism industry. It's about relaxing. It's about finding and discovering something new out of your routine. And it's also about personal growth and nurturing the connection of those you invite to join the trip with you.
So what do you do if you're on a trip happens? Something goes awry. I mean, do you just have to pivot very quickly?
You know, that's a great question. And what I would say is discuss it with your partner and always step back, unless it's an emergency, because then clearly you do have to, be flexible with that. But if it was something that somebody said, or it's a continuous disrespect of your time, or if it's something even, with your kids, then, I would sit back and say, what is it with me that bothers me the most? Did this offend a core value? Am I feeling offended by their, the words that they used? And how do I want to pivot, if you will, to nurture steps to take that are healthy for me away from that environment or away from that behavior?
Very good advice. I like this. And, people are already thinking about spring break plans and summer plans. You start planning early. So all great food for thought. Thanks so much, Anastasia.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And we're going to share Anastasia's advice on bloomtampabay.com.